Is your online business growing the way that you would like it to? Oftentimes, the reason is that you have not perfected the number one thing that profitable businesses use to build the know, like, and trust factor. Stay tuned for the answers. I'm Cindy J, the Visibility Wiz, and I will be sharing a few things with you. But first, what is the number one thing that profitable businesses use to build the know, like, and trust factor? It's email. And I have seen so many businesses struggle. They say, I don't know how to build an email list, or my email list is growing at a snail's pace. They don't, or they're saying, well, I don't have enough people to start an email list. So therefore, they put it off and put it off and put it off. Over 80% of sales on the internet come from email. 80%. So if you don't have an email list or you're not nurturing them to have the know, like, and trust factor, then how much money are you leaving on the table? So let's talk about how to build an email list. What do you need to build one? First of all, you need to have an email provider that provides good customer service and follows all of the laws of all of the countries. My favorite two email providers, number one is Aweber, number two is ActiveCampaign. I love both of these. I like ActiveCampaign a little bit more because it's actually going to grow with you. It has more bells and whistles for you to really connect with your audiences. However, both ActiveCampaign and Aweber offer amazing customer service. To me, customer service is everything in a world where so many online business owners are not offering customer service. Would you agree? Then you need to create an opt-in gift or a lead magnet or a freebie. So how do you do that? You have, who your target market is, and you know what it is you want to help them with. So what are the top 3 questions they have about your topic, or the top 5 or the top 10? Do a Google search, find out what questions people are answering. You can also go on Amazon and search books for your niche and see what type of questions people are answering. Then you create a very simple 1 or 2 page PDF that says the top 10 questions answered about visibility, the top 10 questions answered about having a healthy, happy, loving relationship, the top 10 questions answered about how to build a business, the top 10 questions answered about how to heal your gut, right? So you can utilize this for anything. Now, this is something that people want to know. The way I do it, I create a Word document, I turn it into a PDF, and then I put it in my Google Drive because I can share it with anybody from the Google Drive. I go to ActiveCampaign and I set up an automation where when everybody, first of all, I create an opt-in page, and then I create an automation to where whenever somebody completes that form, they get on my email list, and it automatically delivers the gift to them. And I know tons of entrepreneurs who have done this part, but then they fail to nurture the list. So after that initial introduction, they have raised their hand. They go, yes, I'm interested in your topic. Otherwise, they would not have put their email in and given you their email. So you want to nurture them. You want to have an email sequence that goes out after that initial email where you're telling them some stories, some client testimonials, your own hero's journey. You may also send them a couple of resources that's really going to be of value to them. And then after that, then what you'll do is they go on your regular email list, and you want to email them at least once a week. Now, so many people are terrified of emailing once a week. They go, oh, people are going to unsubscribe. No. You know what? If the people unsubscribe, two things. Remember these two things. Number one, they would never have purchased from you anyways. And number two, you just weren't their cup of tea. And that's perfectly okay. Just like every single man or woman out there is not going to be your perfect mate, every single person is not going to be your perfect client. So what I did when I first started building my list, when somebody unsubscribed, I would energetically send them love. I would say, send them love and go, I'm so thankful and grateful that you checked out my services. I'm grateful that you got whatever it is that you needed from me. And I hope that you find the right mentor or coach for you. I did that for every single person that was unsubscribing from my list. And it felt good to me because I'm sending them love and I truly wanted the best for them. And if I'm not the best for everybody, I do not want to serve every single human being on this earth or every single coach on this earth. That would be overwhelming. It's way too much for any one person to handle, right? So remember that you just want your most ideal clients. That's who you want to draw into you. And whenever they're reading your emails and stuff, they are going to be drawn. I have clients who have been on my email list for over 10 years and they read every single email because they know, love, and trust me. And this is the type of rapport that you want to create with your audience. So with an email list, sometimes it grows at a snail's pace, right? You create your opt-in gift, you have your deliverable system set up, you're sending emails and you're like, man, I'm not getting anybody. So how do you get people on your list? The easiest and fastest way to get people on your list is to do one of two things. Number one, host your own summit. Or number two, host your own gift giveaway. Because now you're having 20, 30, or 40, or 50 people promote your summit or your giveaway, which builds your list. When I started coaching in 2009. And in 2010, I started working with a one-on-one coach. The first thing she had me do was host a summit. I interviewed 13 people. I added 500 people to my list. And after the summit was over, I offered a monthly membership program. And I got about 30 people that signed up for my monthly membership program. This is how I started my divorce coaching business. When I morphed into being the visibility whiz in 2017, I hosted the Rocking Online Visibility Summit. I had 45 speakers and I instantly got 3,000 people to my list for visibility. So this is one of the fastest ways to build your list. And if you want to host a summit or a giveaway and you're not quite for sure why, just send me an email, cindyj@cindyjholberg.com, and we'll see how I might work with you to build or host a very successful summit or giveaway. You can also earn a little bit of money. You're not going to make a lot of money on both of these things, but you're building your list. And now you have people that you can promote to whenever you're doing your webinars and you're asking for client sales or looking for strategy sessions. Whatever it is you're doing, you have something to start with. And this is one of the fastest ways. Some of the other ways to build your list is by I have a Facebook group. Some of you are in my Facebook group. Whenever you join my Facebook group, I ask you if you want to join my list. But I just don't say, hey, do you want to join my list? Because you're going to go, no, who wants to join a list, right? I go, enter your email to download your copy of 5 secrets to online visibility. So I get a lot of people from my Facebook group. I also participate in other people's giveaways, and which builds my list, and then other people's summits and speaking opportunities. A summit is a speaking opportunity. So I participate in summits. I'm on podcasts. If somebody asks me to speak, I'm almost always willing to speak, as long as it's putting me in front of my target audience. So anytime you speak, you definitely want to be putting people on your list. A lot of times you can even do this through apps. And therefore, you want to start building your list. The more you build your list, the more money you will make. And you've probably heard like the money's in the list, but the money's not going to be in the list if you don't do two things. Number one, stay in touch with them. And you might say, oh man, I email typically 2 to 4 times a week, right? And some people email every single day. And some people, oh, I don't want to bother. I don't want to bother my list. Oh no, I don't want to bother my list. What did they sign up for? They knew what they were doing. They wanted to hear from you. And you're not bothering them. If you are no longer serving them, they will unsubscribe from your list. So don't think that what you're actually doing is you are robbing the people that want to hear from you from hearing from you. You are also taking money out of your pocket because people don't know who you are. If you're emailing them once a month, they've done forgot about who you are. And chances are they're going to report you a scam or they're going to unsubscribe. Believe it or not, the more you email, the less unsubscribes you have because they know, like, and trust you. You think of any of the big names that you're following, they all do this. And this is, again, whenever they're selling something, they send out emails. Hey, today's the last day that you can buy this program. And as I mentioned earlier, over 80% of online sales come directly from email. So these are all really good reasons that you need, and why I personally believe every single online business owner needs an email list. I honestly do not know of one single 6-figure earner or 7-figure earner that does not have an email list. They may have, I do have a friend and a colleague who has 2 million people on her Instagram list. She also has an email list. She doesn't just say, hey, I have all these people on Instagram and this is how I'm making all my money. She has an email list. She has a way for people to sign up for her email list so she can email them. She can email them about what's happening in the industry. She can email them tips and tricks. There's all kinds of things you can email. So don't think that you don't need an email list if you have a large following on social media, because to be profitable, you need an email list. Now, I always say that there's 3 pieces of real estate every online business owner needs. The first one's email list. No surprise, right? The second one is your own website, one that you own, that you're paying for hosting for. You don't want a free website. If you have a free website, whoever owns that website can do anything, literally anything they want. They can advertise whatever they want. They can shut you down whenever they want. And it doesn't look professional. It's not giving you the credibility. What is that? The know, like, trust factor. If you have a free website, you're losing trust. And people may not even realize why they don't trust you. But most people subconsciously, we know what the free sites are. And therefore, you don't look like a reputable company. So you need your own URL with your own website. That being said, you do not need to have a 50-page big Grand Slam website. You only need 5 basic pages for your website. You can have a very simple website where people go so they can check you out. Again, it's for the know, like, and trust factor. Your homepage should say a little bit about you. The basic job of your homepage is to get people on your list. So you're going to put your opt-in form on there, your free gift to get people on your list. Then you need your About Me page. And your About Me page is not really about you, it's about your audience. So first you want to talk to them, and then you want to show them how you can help them solve the problem you help them with. Don't list out all of your credentials and all of, everything that you've done, because that's not what they're interested in. They want to know specifically, how can you help me? I don't care how large your website is. Your About Me page is the second most visited page to your website. So So utilize that very, very wisely. On your About Me page, you also want to have your opt-in gift for them to sign up for it. The third page you need, is your services and products page. And this is where people can see what you're offering. The fourth page that you need is a contact page. Now, so many people, they won't, they just have like this form on there for you to do, and there's no other way that you can see. If you look at my website, you'll see I have my phone number listed. And I've had my phone number listed for over 10 years, and I've probably got less than 50 phone calls. People typically don't call you, but it forms trust. It's like, hey, they're a real business. They have a phone number and I can call them if I want. Yay. So it builds trust. Then I also have my email address because some people just don't like the forms. And I also have my snail mail address, a PO box. So however somebody wants to contact me, they can. This way, I'm leaving it up to them. It makes me look more credible. And people's like, hey, I can reach this girl. Here's her physical address, which is a PO box, which is fine. Here is her email address, and here's her phone number. And I even have the option of using the contact form if that's what I want. And the fifth page that you need your privacy policy, because that's required by law. So you only need a very simple 5-page website. You can get hosting through Bluehost for about $100 a year and have your own website. Your own you can put WordPress, you can put other ones. I like WordPress sites, but I do use Bluehost to host them all. You also have the option of HostGator or GoDaddy, and I know there's some other ones out there. So what's the third thing that you need if you're an online business? You need your own personal brand. So what is your personal brand? It's you. It's who you are. It's your beliefs, your values. It's your message, right? A lot of you that you know me, my message is step up into who you are with outrageous confidence so that you can create the life and the business of your dreams. And then I also have my visibility plus influence equals profits. So I talk about this all the time, regardless where I am. And this is my brand. It's not my hummingbird, my colors. My hummingbird, my colors are a little bit a part of my brand, but they're not my whole brand. I am my brand and you are your brand. So really think about what's your personal strengths. How do you want to be known? Who do you want to be known for? And what do you want people to think whenever they see you or whenever they go to your website? Do you want it to be fun and exciting? Do you want it to be dramatic and serious? You want it to match your personality, okay? So lastly, real quick, you get these leads that they sign up for your email list. And as I said, you want to nurture them. You want to take them from hello to raving fan and happy paying customer. So whenever you're nurturing them, this is how you are building that know and like and trust factor. It's through the nurture sequence. Whenever you're sharing and you're giving them more gifts and you're giving them valuable information about the topic they signed up for, and you're telling them a little bit about you and your hero's journey, then this is going to help them whenever you start offering your products and services, they're going to be waiting with their hands out and going, yes, I have to work with this person. So that's it for today. I hope you have a great week, and be sure to tune in to Biz Success in 15 again next week. Bye-bye.